No sign of hearing, Mrs. Labor, but I'll keep looking.
I'm sorry to put you to so much trouble.
No trouble at all. I'll tell Angie you lost it, and I'm sure the earring will turn up.
Thank you. They're my favorite pair.
Well, we'll give you a call when we find it.
I appreciate that.
Was there anything else?
No, I'm just resting.
Okay.
I have a feeling you'd be waiting for me.
Waiting for you?
Hell, I didn't know you cared.
I don't.
But you're here, aren't you?
Yes, I'm here. Looking for an earring here.
Hmm? Was it on purpose?
No.
You know, it's an amazing coincidence.
Don't flatter yourself. I'm not here checking up on you.
Did I say you were?
You are the most egotistical man I have ever had the misfortune to meet. Do you know that?
Husband know you're here?
What difference does that make?
Doesn't, does he?
He does know I'm here. I'm here looking for an earring.
Easier found than a missing husband,
That was a misunderstanding, Robert.
So, I take it that you two kissed and made up, huh?
We talked.
Yeah.
He explained everything.
Everything?
What do you mean?
Well, just the certain mysteries surrounding the acquisition of a particular club in New York.
We didn't talk about that.
I thought not.
Because I did not.
What a coincidence.
Because I trust him. Which is a quality, I might add, sorely lacking in my ex-husband.
Maybe he has a reason.
Well, maybe Duke is a master criminal, but I don't believe that either. You see, because I trust my husband, I believe him. Why don't you?
Okay, you've said your piece. Now, where's Olivia?
Forget Olivia.
Why? We're supposed to be partners.
My daughter is not going to become part of the organization. You understand?
Why don't you tell her that?
I already have. I'm going to keep repeating it to her until I get it through her thick skull.
And doesn't the lady have any say in this matter?
No. I've already lost 2 sons to mob violence. I'm not about to lose a daughter.
I thought the whole idea was to put an end to violence.
The idea and the reality are 2 very different things. I don't have to tell you that, Duke.
I noticed.
My daughter may think she can handle the life of the organization, but she has no idea of the cutthroats and the animals she'd have to deal with. There's no way we can get them to take orders from a woman. I'm going to make damn sure they don't have to. There's one more thing. You and I have much to do in the coming weeks. I'm going to need you here full time. This commuting from Port Charles has got to stop.
Not a chance. My family's there. You can't ask me to do that.
I'm not asking.
This wasn't one of the ground rules, Victor.
Rules change. So do circumstances. And yours are about to get very interesting.
Well, good morning. You sleep well?
Oh, like a log.
I can imagine.
I meant to thank you for the gift.
Gift?
Yeah. It didn't come wrapped and there wasn't a card, but it was greatly appreciated nonetheless.
Well, I'm glad that you enjoyed it. You know, I would have wrapped it, but I thought, won't do any good because you'll just unwrap it, I would think, and I guess that's what happened. Is that what happened?
Well.
Did you unwrap the package?
Your imagination's working overtime. But Robert is wonderful, and I can't wait to get to know him better.
I'm glad it worked out. But, on to other matters, like my love life.
Well, judging from the fact that you're here, and you're radiant, and dying to brag about it, I'd say Sean gave you a good night kiss.
Better than that. He proposed.
No!
You think I would kid about something like that? Well, of course I would kid about it, but I'm not kidding this time. I'm not kidding. Sean Donnelly actually proposed marriage to me. Well, it wasn't the most romantic, proposal since Romeo and Juliet, but I set him straight, and he's bending over backwards trying to get me to say yes.
What'd he do?
Well, first he wined and dined me.
So, big deal.
It was a big deal. There were violins and candlelight and champagne and roses and a beautiful catered affair. It was fantastic.
Well, that's good for starters, but if Sean was really trying to impress you, he'd...
Buy me a yacht?
He didn't?
I haven't! When can I go for a ride? I gave it back.
You what?
I know. When I play hard to get, I really play hard to get, don't I? I can't believe it.
Girl, what are you waiting for? Say yes.
I plan to, eventually.
What do you want? The whole fleet?
I adore Sean, you know I do. I mean, and I'm gonna marry, I'm gonna accept
But-
the proposal, but when I'm good and ready. In the time being, I just want to see him sweat a little bit.
I hope you know what you're doing.
I am making that two-timing cad pay for all of the stunts that he's pulled since we've been together. That's what I'm doing.
Tiffany, you know, revenge can be sweet, but it can also just blow the bits out of a good relationship.
It's a chance I'll take.
Well, don't take it too long. Romeo might just change his mind.
Never in a million years, honey. Are you kidding? Sean Donnelly worships the ground I walk on. You think?
Uh-huh. I hope so.
Give it back. Give it back.
You know, she is nothing but a conniving witch.
Sean, that is no way to talk about the woman you love.
Do you have any idea how many years it took me to pop the question to any woman, to get up enough nerve to do that, and what happens? Tiffany bats those baby blues at me and tells me she'll think about it. What do you mean she'll think about it?
Sure. Well, it is interesting that you assume just because you're ready for commitment that she is too. I mean, if it was the other way around, well, it's my guess that Mr. Donnelly has left an awful lot of women hanging around in the
Well, just whose side are you on, anyway?
I'm just pointing out a little...
Oh, yeah, sure, just pointing out.
Yes?
Excuse me. My name is Fran Woods. I sent you the telegram
Yes,
about my
Mrs.
missing...
Woods, please come in. Yes.
Come in.
Thank you.
Have a seat.
Yes, 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 take a seat.
I'll leave you two alone. Don't mind me. I'm just going yachting.
Right, Mrs. Woods. Okay. Now then, what is your husband's full name?
Martin.
Martin.
Martin Walensky.
Walensky?
Yes. He also goes by Martin Woods.
Why the alias?
Just easier. He uses it for business purposes.
And what exactly is his business?
He sells restaurant supplies.
Oh, kind of like a traveling salesman, sort of?
Yes, that's right. He does cover a lot of territory, and he was last here in Port Charles when he disappeared.
And that was the last you heard from him? Okay.
I haven't even had a phone call, and that's not like my husband.
Oh, I see. Now, what restaurants was he visiting here in town?
I don't know. He did spend a lot of time at the waterfront.
Oh, okay. You don't happen to know whether your husband was in any trouble?
Trouble? Marty? Oh, no. Marty never had an enemy in his life.
Excuse me, but I have to ask. You don't think there was any other woman?
Mm-mm. My husband loves me. Something's happened to him. I'm sure of it. Will you help me find him, please? I don't have much money, but I'll pay you anything I can.
And excuse me, Duke's on line, too.
Oh, would you excuse me, please, Miss? Thank you. Hello, darling. How's it going?
Slowly.
Oh, I don't like the sound of that.
Anna, I'm sorry, but there's been a slight change of plan.
How slight?
Well, I have to stay in New York City after all.
For how long?
I'll try to be home tomorrow, but please don't hold me to it.
You're okay, aren't you?
I'm fine. Of course, why shouldn't I be?
Well, I just worry about you, that's all. Hurry back.
I will. I'll call you again later. I love you.
I love you too. Bye. I'm sorry. Mrs. Woods, yes, I will take your case. I am going to help you find your missing husband.
Thank you.
But, please, don't worry about anything. Just let me take care of it.
Well, hello. Where are you off to?
Oh, Edward's taking me out for an early supper, and then we're going to the theater.
Oh, that sounds lovely. You two enjoy yourselves.
Oh, we will. Thank you, dear. Bye.
AJ! Oh, sorry.
Make it louder.
I'm home. Hi, you ready for an afternoon out?
What?
Take me out to the ball game. Take me out.
What's
with
with
the
you?
What do you mean? I'm just getting in the spirit of things. Didn't he tell you?
Tell me what?
We're going to the first PCU exhibition baseball game.
What?
I couldn't believe it when Dad called and said he could get tickets.
Well, I can't believe it myself. When did your father call?
This morning, why?
Oh. Listen, would you just excuse us just for a second?
Sure.
Alan?
Sure. I'll be right back.
Hi.
What do you think you're pulling?
What are you talking about?
You were with me this morning at the nurse's station. You heard me ask Amy to call him. You knew I only had an hour and a half to stay with him, and you deliberately tried to ruin my plans.
Why on earth would I do something like that?
Because it's your spiteful, petty way of getting back at me because I am assistant chief of staff.
That's absurd, Monica. Listen, if you're upset, why don't you just come to the ball game with us?
No, you know I can't do that. You know I have to be back in the hospital in 90 minutes.
That's the price you have to pay, Monica, when you want it all. I mean, something's got to give, doesn't it? See you later. Bye. Come on, son. We don't want to miss batting practice.
Okay.
Scorpio.
What can you tell me about a missing person named Martin Woods, a.k.a. Martin Walensky?
Well, yes, love. My back is much better. How are you?
Busy, and I need your help. Mrs. Woods is looking for her missing husband, and I'm helping her find him.
No, that's what you're good at.
He is a traveling salesman. He hustles restaurant supplies here in Port Charles, and Fran, his wife, said that he disappeared from here.
Hey, maybe he and Duke are off somewhere together.
Robert, I've never liked you. Would you punch Woods up on the computer for me?
Yes, ma'am.
Anything?
Not a thing. But I'll keep my eyes open, and I'll find you all the husbands you like, even your little aunt.
What would I do without you?
Robert.
Mm-hmm.
Some fishermen just pulled out of the harbor.
Expensive catch.
Yeah. Guy just turned into lost and found.
To Marty on our 10th anniversary, Fran. Fran? Marty?
Strike a chord?
Maybe.
You're not telling me that you know who this watch belongs to.
It's just a possibility, Guy. Just a possibility.
Olivia.
I'm sorry I missed you, Duke. I feel like such an idiot. My father set me up.
How did you find me?
I've been tracking you down for several hours. Why didn't you wait for me at the gallery?
You know, I don't like to get involved in family squabbles, especially when it's the Jeromes.
You spoke to my father.
Yeah, we had a very nice long chat, and the gist of it was he doesn't want you to be involved in the organization.
So what else is new?
I suggest you listen to your father.
I thought you respected my ability.
Almost as much as I respect your father's stubbornness.
What about our plans to work together? What about Julian's dream? Surely you're not going to abandon all that because my father still thinks I'm his little girl.
I'm not abandoning anything, but you are. You're going to watch from the sidelines.
Don't you bet on it.
You don't know who you're dealing with. You don't know what these people are like, but your father does. And he's more than convinced that they won't respect you as a leader, okay?
Well, then we'll just have to change their minds, won't we?
Okay, Cousin Larry, I'm ready. How do I look?
It doesn't matter how you look, Balky. No one can see us.
Well, of course they can. Don't be ridiculous. They'll be watching Perfect Strangers tonight.